Derek LeBlanc here with TopMMAnews.com, here with Scott Fraser, retaining his Elite 1 Heavyweight Championship tonight against Matt Acorn. So, Scott, first of all, just give us your thoughts on the fight tonight.
Well, it was actually it was a quicker fight than I thought it was going to be. He popped me real good early. I walked into it, I think it was a straight right, and he really rocked me good there. And from there, I don't know, it's kind of a blur from there. I think I just kind of let my hands go, and I think I tagged him once, and then we clinched up. And then we hit the mat, and on the mat I really felt stronger than him. So I think it really came down to the grappling, really, because I know he had some power when he hit me. So I think it really came down to the grappling that made the difference in this one.
Now, going into the fight, obviously you kind of had a clear size advantage over him. I believe it was like he came in at like 213 yesterday, and you were like what, 242?
240, yeah.
Yeah. So did you think that size advantage was the difference maker, obviously on the ground?
In the grappling, yeah, I think it was a huge helper for me to have that extra weight. I mean, 240, I actually weighed in heavy. I had a big meal that day. I'm really only like 230, 235 max, but yeah, even then that's like 20 pounds difference. So I think it really helped me. But he's got those long arms, so that, in the stand-up, it made it a little more complicated closing the distance on him. But yeah.
Yeah. So for obviously you're one of the very few heavyweights here in the Maritimes. How hard is it for someone to get fights out here? And have you tried out west or Ontario to try and get some fights at heavyweight? Or
yeah, actually I think that might be coming right up. I think we're trying to, my manager Mike is looking at getting me on some cards out west. There definitely is a lot more guys to challenge out there. Like I said, there's not really a lot of guys around here at heavyweight. I mean, even Acorn, Matt Acorn, he could make 205, maybe even 185, like, because he only weighs 213. I mean I guess fishing for heavyweights at this point. But yeah.
Now, one other thing tonight there, during the ring after your win, you actually called out Chris Johnson. Now, for the last event, you two fought for the heavyweight title, where you were able to win a close split decision. So why did you decide to call him out? And you're actually calling him out for a fight at 205.
Yeah, 205. Well, that's what I originally wanted anyway, with 205 fight. I've been wanting to get out of, even myself, wanting to get out of heavyweight for a while. Like, I fought already at 205. I mean, the cut was nothing for me. I mean, I've carried this extra weight. I'm not a solid heavyweight, you know what I mean? I carry this extra weight that I don't really need. I could fight at 205 easily. I really think it's a better weight class for me. So I'd like to start getting as many fights as I can down there. And it'd be great to hold 2 championship belts, And like, we have that unfinished business. Like, it was such a close fight in the last one. So I'd like to get that closure. Get in there and just finish it.
Now for 205, obviously, like you said, you walk around like 230. So is it, for going to heavyweight, is it just easier for you just to obviously just maybe take some time, just focus on training a bit more than just obviously cutting the weight closer to fight time? For
sure, it's a lot less. But even still, like at 205, the last week I really came down to crunching on what I was eating. I really had to watch my carbs and stuff, but it is a lot easier not to have to worry about it at all. But I don't really think it would be as big a problem for me at 205. I don't think I have to put. Like, I like to eat. I don't necessarily like to eat the right food, so you know what I mean. If I cut that out, man, my weight just drops, and it's just, yeah. Fighting at 205 would probably be best for me, but it is good to not have to worry about what I'm eating and stuff like that. So.
Oh, dude, like I said, I can totally understand you there. I've dropped 50 pounds in the last couple months, and now just obviously, it's like, oh, I can't eat this. Oh, but I want to walk. It's like I have a bad feeling for a Whopper so bad sometimes. But.
Oh man, I'll be eating Whoppers for the next 2 weeks for sure, man.
So before we finish up, any final thoughts or shout-outs that you want to give to anyone? Or
no, pretty much good. I mean, I'd like to thank my dad. I thanked him in the ring. I mean, he helps me out a lot. In KFC, he actually runs KFC, and they help me out a lot with my training. And I'm living up in Montreal, and I mean, without him, I wouldn't be able to do it. You know what I mean? I'm starting school up there in January, but I get to go up there for a few extra months and just focus on training because of him. Like, he's allowing me to do that by sponsoring me. So.
But no, so I'm curious, what are you actually going to school for in Montreal?
Accounting.
Oh.
Accounting. Yeah, I did a 2-year course here. That's actually the original reason I moved here to Moncton, was to do accounting at Olton College, and I finished a 2-year course there. And that's when I was here. It's actually when I started doing MMA, so it kind of worked out. But now I'm going to go up to Concordia University and do a couple-year course there.
Yeah. So maybe giving up the MMA gloves for a suit and tie someday?
Yeah, maybe. But if it doesn't work out, I like to punch people in the face, but crunching numbers is not quite as fun, but...
Hey, at least you're getting to crunch something, though.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Scott Fraser, Elite 1 heavyweight champion, retained his title tonight against Justin Acorn. This is Derek LeBlanc here with Top MMA News.
Thanks.